close your eyes and imagine a world where the impossible becomes imaginable. A world where the decisions of a single person could ripple across oceans, ice sheets, and centuries. In this world, one headline could stop time. Trump wants to take over Greenland. Greenland, a frozen land at the edge of the earth. Vast, silent, untouched. Its ice hides secrets worth billions. Its coasts are gateways to strategic power, and its future could determine the fate of nations. But could one man, Donald Trump, the richest and most controversial president of the United States, actually claim it? Could he turn the Arctic dream into a geopolitical reality? Today, we unravel the truth, explore the future, and dive into a story that's as icy and unpredictable as Greenland itself. Greenland is not just ice. It is the largest island on Earth, spanning over 2 million square kilometers. Its glaciers, mountains, and fjords are breathtaking. Yes. But beneath the frozen surface lies a treasure trove: rare earth minerals, uranium, gold, and potentially massive oil and gas reserves. But Greenland is more than wealthy, it is strategic power. Sitting between the Arctic and the North Atlantic, it is a military and shipping crossroads. The melting Arctic ice, once thought permanent, is opening new sea lanes, allowing ships to travel between Europe, Asia, and North America in a fraction of the time. Whoever controls Greenland controls access to this new frontier. And yet, Greenland is not a free island to take. It is an autonomous territory of Denmark. It governs its own internal affairs, manages local resources, and preserves its indigenous culture. But Denmark controls its foreign policy and defense. This delicate political balance is what makes the idea of buying Greenland fascinating and nearly impossible. In August 2019, reports emerged that Donald Trump had discussed buying Greenland. The world laughed. Denmark called it absurd. Greenland's leaders said, "We are not for sale." Headlines went viral. Memes flooded social media. And yet, beneath the humor was a serious question. Why Greenland? Experts suggest 3 key reasons. 1. Military advantage. Greenland offers a direct route to the Arctic and proximity to Russia. A military base here is like holding a chessboard in the middle of global power. 2. Natural resources as demand for rare minerals and energy rises. Greenland is a sleeping giant. Whoever invests now could dominate the Arctic economy of the future. 3. Historical legacy for Trump. Owning Greenland, or even negotiating for it, would cement his name in history books as the boldest, most audacious leader of the modern age. But reality is harsh. Greenland cannot be seized. International law is clear. No nation or leader can unilaterally take another country or territory. The United Nations Charter, centuries of treaties, and Denmark's sovereignty make any forced takeover illegal. So, how could it happen? Only in 3 theoretical ways. Purchase or treaty like Alaska in 1867. Greenland could be legally bought if Denmark and Greenland agreed. Strategic leases: the U.S. could negotiate military or economic leases for specific regions. Influence through investment by controlling key infrastructure and resources. The U.S. could gain indirect influence without claiming sovereignty. Any other approach: military invasion. Political pressure without consent would spark international outrage, sanctions, and possibly conflict. Greenland may be ice, but it is not defenseless. Now, let us step into the future, a world shaped by climate change, resource scarcity, and geopolitical tension. The Arctic is no longer frozen silence. Ice melts. New trade routes appear. Countries awaken to opportunity. Imagine this: Greenland faces economic pressures. Its ice reveals rare minerals, but extracting them is costly and requires foreign expertise. The United States offers investment, modern infrastructure, airports, ports, and military cooperation. Greenland's government agrees not as a sale, but as a strategic partnership. In this future, Trump or his successor does not seize Greenland. He influences it, shapes it, protects it. controls access to its resources. And yet, it remains Greenland its people, its culture, its laws intact. This is not fiction. History is full of such indirect power plays. The British Empire, the United States, and even ancient Rome wielded influence without outright conquest. Greenland could become a 21st century chess piece in global power politics, legally and silently controlled through economics, military presence, and diplomacy. The world would respond. Russia, already active in the Arctic, would strengthen its military presence. China, hungry for rare earths and new trade routes, would accelerate investments. NATO countries would debate, has the U.S. overstepped? Oh? Is Greenland still a neutral territory or a pawn of American influence? Even small decisions, leasing a port, investing in mining, building a radar station could trigger diplomatic tension. Greenland may be remote, but the ripples of its control spread across continents. A single icy island could shape global trade, military strategy, and climate politics for decades to come. But let's not forget the people. Greenland is home to roughly 56,000 people, mostly Inuit, who have preserved their culture for thousands of years. Any outside influence, however legal or economic, must contend with their voices, their rights, and their traditions. History is filled with examples where ignoring the local population led to unrest, rebellion, and failure. If the U.S. truly seeks influence, it must engage with Greenland's people, respect their autonomy, and offer benefits without exploitation. Influence is power, but lasting influence requires consent. So, could Trump personally take over Greenland? The answer is no. Not through force, not through politics, not legally. But the story doesn't end there. Influence, partnerships, and Arctic strategy offer a path for the United States or any future president to gain control without ever owning the land outright. Think of it as modern geopolitics. No wars, no headlines, screaming conquest, but power quietly shifting, decisions made in offices, boardrooms, and treaty halls. Greenland may remain ice and fjords, but its fate could be shaped by global power players in ways most of the world cannot see. So, the next time you hear someone joke about Trump buying Greenland, remember this. The joke hides a deeper truth. Greenland is ice, yes, but it is also strategy, resources, and a glimpse into the future of geopolitics. The world is changing. The Arctic is thawing. Power is shifting. Could Greenland one day be a silent chessboard of global influence? Perhaps will Trump himself claim it? Probably not. But the story of Greenland reminds us that in the 21st century, the impossible is always just the future waiting to happen. And in a world where decisions ripple faster than ice cracks, the question isn't whether it can happen, it's whether the world is ready for it.